at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw right away. That'll be complete to Harvey. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out in the backfield, telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Once more with Harvey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for the most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing Nix. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty.
14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Nix to the air. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip.
Seahawks.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
At their own 21-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Come on, set! 70 Lions!
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The Seahawks had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
18 Cardinal, 60 Bobcat. Let's go.
Running left is Walker. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Here we go, start. 19 Tiger.
They'll set up a throw.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
And Marvin Mims deep for Denver.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
When you talk about this Seahawks defense,
and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
To throw is Nix. A short one here, caught by McBride.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big
And the Broncos are able to add on to that lead.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we... aside here in this second quarter.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Go! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Viking 18.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Ready. Ready.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Ready, ready. Cougar night.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Bronco 80. Hey, check that, check that. Street, street. Ready.
They'll drop to throw.
Over the middle, he finds Arroyo. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Cowboy
Not
80.
liking the look. They'll change the play.
The 11-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this really is a good defense because what they've done is focus on stopping the running game and being physical against it.
And the numbers, they really bear that out. They're currently 5th in the National Football League in rushing defense. 2nd and 15. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tommy Hufanga. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. And they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Off the play fake, Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Here's Nix. A short one here, caught by McBride.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now it's Nix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On fourth down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. Here's Horton. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
41-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Here we go. Here we
A big
go.
mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Horton. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready.
Straight ahead, Walker. With his 3. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Lightning 18.
2nd and 1. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a 31-yard attempt. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Nothing is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now 2nd and 5.
27-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Ready.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Trying the left side with Walker. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw.
They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
2nd and 5.
Tag. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Check smash, check smash.
Looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
79 Broncos.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, it's Harvey.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
R.J. Harvey with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Oh, yeah, you got it. Ready.
They'll set up to throw.
Finding Tolbert here over the middle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, that's the kind of play that was lacking all the way through the first half. Maybe this can give them a little bit of a spark because they're not out of this game by any stretch.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Liking 18. Go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
60 Vices. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again.
He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
Oh, good move. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way. And
there he goes, left side. Inside the 20.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
R.J. Harvey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. He's turning in a heck of a game. He's creeping up towards 200 yards, a pair of touchdowns now to go along with it.
There's so many things we can talk about in his game because we're seeing it all from him, but I love his vision. He's seeing the holes develop. He's seeing holes develop before they actually open. He's making sure he's getting to the right places, very decisive in his cuts, but his vision has been the key to all these big runs in this game.
And on that last long run, we got a pretty good look at his speed as well.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
Seahawks, nothing.
kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Here we go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It's a gain of 11.
18 Cardinals.
And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
70 Timberwolves.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Tag. Cowboy 8, 79 Broncos.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. On the move past the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd
Mustang
and 3
19.
at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw again. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Gain of 9 yards.
9 yards that time.
Another
So
Seahawks
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Here we go. 19 Bronco 80. Ready, right?
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. To the left side, catch made by Roll. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On the slant, here's Smith and Jigba. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And the Seahawks, 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Elijah Arroyo from 40 yards out. And the Seahawks are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Nick's going to give to Harvey.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, 193 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Harvey now on 1st and 10.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have the Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead. Usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Harvey will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
They run straight ahead with Harvey.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
R.J. Harvey.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Denver, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they drop below 500.